Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold here with another 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. So today, since I was thinking about the candidates, and I was thinking about world champions and world championship matches, I was getting all excited. I was like, wait a minute, there was a game that was a rook and pawn ending in a world championship match that wasn't played very well. And I was giving a rook and pawn ending lesson to one of my stronger students today, and I was showing him this because he'd never seen it since he wouldn't be born for 20 years after this game. So this was played in Kasparov short when they played like their own world championship match that wasn't under the auspices of FIDE, because FIDE said, you guys are going to play the match here, and this is the prize fund and the site. And they said, no, we're going to play it here, and we have our own prize fund and site. And FIDE said, no, you're not. And they said, yes, we are. And they did. And FIDE said that match doesn't count. And that began the rift between Kasparov and FIDE, where there were two world champions. Anyway, this is a game from the Kasparov short match. And in this position, both players thought White's completely winning. And the reason they thought that is because White is completely winning. And they didn't take the rest of the game seriously. They played quickly. Kasparov won. Everybody was happy. And then later, the engines and other grandmasters said, wait a minute, you guys suck. Okay, so it's easy to suck when both people think the same thing is going to happen, and it sort of happens naturally without thinking outside the box. So White played a4, which is winning, rook a5. The easiest way to win is for White to put his rook on the fourth rank. He can play rook h4 now, or rook d1 check and rook d4. They both win easily. Kasparov chose rook a1, which isn't as good. And then after king e5, Kasparov actually blundered the win away. And in this position, White has to be very tricky to win. White needs to play king e2 and eventually work their way around here. Or if the king goes to the d file or f file, we can check and put our rook on f4 or d4 and win. And eventually this is winning. It just takes some time. But Kasparov thought every move wins, which is what short thought. And Kasparov played e4, which does not win. And in this position, famous double blunder, e4 double question mark, and then Nigel's move, also double question mark, and Kasparov's winning again. The truth hurts. So in this position, if you want to pause the video and try to find Black's only drawing move, you got to do some calculation, but once you do, if you're correct, you'll be like, yeah, I figured it out. And I think if somebody told Short, hey, you're drawing now, that was a blunder, then he would have drawn for sure. But I think they both just thought White's winning, White's 2 pawns up, there's no way to draw. And so Short played king e6, which just lost pretty quickly. In fact, I'll show you the rest of the game. Nothing much happened, and eventually Kasparov found the correct rook check and rook to the fourth, and now Black can't do anything, so Black resigned. Now Kasparov can just move his king over here, the Black king is cut off, and my king and my e-pawn will win pretty easily. Okay, so that's how the game ended. But in this position, instead of the move king e6, Black could have drawn the game by playing rook c5. Rook c5 has the obvious threat of rook c3 check and king takes e4. That's a good threat. And if you ignore it and try to queen your pawn, you're too slow. You almost queen it, but not quite. And then the Black king just runs over and we take the pawn. So that doesn't work. And if we stop rook c3 check by playing rook a3, that looks good. We still take the pawn on e4. With rook a4, we're still quick enough. Here, takes. Rook e3 is a draw. This is a drawn king and pawn endgame. The Black king is going to win the white pawn. If you don't believe me, look. See, told you. Okay, and if you play a6, I can check and play rook here, and we get the same position we had last time, and the Black king just runs over and takes the pawn. And finally, if we play king e3, rook c4, a5, rook takes check, king d5. This is king d3. This is actually a funny position because if short had played rook c5, I think this would have happened because this gives Kasparov a chance to win still, because in this position, black only has one move that draws. So if short doesn't find it, he would lose anyway. And the normal way to draw rook d4 check, rook d8 does not work. And the reason it doesn't work is because of a6. a6 is the only winning move. If you play king c4, king d6 draws because the king and pawn ending is still a draw. This king and pawn ending is a draw. Black's king runs to the corner. But after a6, this king and pawn ending is not a draw because I queen. And then you're one move too slow, and then I queen. So a6 is still winning in this position if short had played this way and blundered with rook d4 check. White's winning here. And what short needs to do in this position to draw is play the move king d5, stopping white's king from ever coming in. And once again, this ending is a draw. Black gets the rook there just in time. So if short had played rook c5 in the critical position here, he probably would have drawn, and it is a drawn position. Instead, he just played king e6, and Kasparov won easily because black didn't have any drawing chances. And the game ended here. When the game ended, both players just thought that was an easily winning ending. Maybe short played on too long. But it turns out Kasparov's e4 was a blunder, and rook c5 would have held the draw. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. Thanks for watching 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time with more 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.